Because I was like, dude, like, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? Because also something that people don't know. It's not like I woke up and decided I wanted to leave. Like, literally, like 2 months in, I was like, is this really for me?
Yeah.
Like, I could feel it from the start. Like, people who know me know, like, I was always just a bit shaky about it. But I think after the reason situation, that actually was what I low-key prayed for. Like, not to say I prayed for that to happen, but dude, when I fasted and drama happened, I was like, oh.
Yeah, solid reason.
It's like, I need a solid reason. And God showed me, he was like, dude, like, it was lit. It was lit.
Yeah, you got the
It was
views,
lit.
the numbers.
It was fantastic.
Yeah.
But I think that's just all I needed to say. I was like, no, God is telling me, my sister,
So she did not mean that God literally spoke to her. She just took the drama with reason as a sign to leave. For some fans...
Alright, let's get into it straight up. Okay. Make sure that, recording button hit. Another day, another reaction. Why Munaka left Piano Pulse? Well, it's because of Tahi, let's be honest. It's because of the main villain of the first half of 2025, ne? But we're gonna check out the second version of this, the second half of the story, so to say. Like the video, like, comment, share, subscribe, do the most, man, and German, let's get into it.
Something about Munaka's exit from Piano Pulse just didn't make any sense. At first, she said it wasn't about the drama that had been happening, just a personal decision she felt like God is telling her to make. But recently, in a new interview, she gave a bit more context. And now we're finally getting the full picture. In this video, we're breaking down what she said on the YFM podcast, her final episode of Piano Pulse, how Podcast and Chill reacted, and how her reason to leave has changed over time. Let's talk about it. I'm Ona, and I make weekly videos about things that happen in South Africa. If that's your thing, make sure you subscribe and join the community. When Munaka first announced that she's leaving Piano Pulse, it was emotional. She said the decision came from a place of faith, that she felt God was telling her to leave.
So guys, I've made the decision that I'm... Okay guys, so I've made the decision today that I'm leaving Piano Pulse. It's something that I've prayed about. It's not even about me anymore. God has spoken to me. My reasons have nothing to do with the whole thing, reason. And our incident with Heineken, it has nothing to do with that. They also know we moved past that a long time ago.
That was the message she left viewers.
I'm not gonna lie, I thought that would have been the entire reason, because I thought she'd be protecting her image because it wasn't a good look. What happened with Piano Pulse there? Because that man pulled out, there was fire, dog. Just fire, dog. He chopped them up. I'm not gonna lie, he did chop them up. Still, like, yo, reason chopped them up there, but let's see.
Viewers with, and for a while, that's all we had. But when the Podcast and Chill crew reacted, it sparked some mixed reactions online. Soul joked about the idea of God speaking to her directly, and Machi made a comment asking whether God is a man or a woman. Everyone laughed. It felt like they weren't taking her reason seriously, or just didn't understand what she meant when she said God spoke to her.
How's everybody feeling about Munaka leaving Piano Pulse?
Oh man, Munaka. We saw it coming though.
Yeah.
So why did she leave then? She said God spoke to her.
Let me read what she said. Yeah. Like, I want to ask her, is he a man or a woman? What does he sound like?
What's his voice like? Munaka. Is it like that with the echo and the light shining through the roof? Munaka.
Leave Piano Pulse.
Piano Pulse. God, is that you? Yeah.
Man, I don't wanna laugh, man. Like, I'm trying my best not to pay talk, but then it's like, yo, when you think about it, it's like, damn. When you say that, God spoke to you, then, hey, they're taking it in a crazy sense, bro, honestly speaking. They're taking it in a crazy sense, but I get it if she says that her soul just wasn't right there, but damn, bro, these chants are clowning her, bro. To think that they employed her, to think that she was actually employed under these Owens, dog, is actually kind of crazy, if I'm gonna be real. That's a bit mad still. And they're clowning her like this. Hey, dog, shout out Mac G, shout out Saul Penduka Soliolis, dog. Hey, yeah. Your former employers laughing you out the room, dog. That's not the one.
On a different podcast, she was asked how she felt about the crew's reaction to her message from God. Her response was calm and firm. She said people can say what they want, but she knows what she experienced, and she's at peace with how she left.
How did you feel about them reenacting God speaking to you? Like, I saw a clip of some...
The thing is, I didn't really see it initially because also, one thing people don't know about me, I'm very in tune, but I'm also not in tune. I don't pay a lot of attention to a lot of things. I just don't have the time to. But I was just like, dude, look, I think people take things as how they want to take it, dude. You guys can say what you want to say, but once again, mocking God, that's your own thing, dude. I know what I experienced. I'm not crazy. And also think sometimes people have like this notion that maybe like I'm like pretending or I'm using God, but the people that have me know
they
I'm
know.
not fucking
And those are the
lying.
only people who matter, to
I
be
don't
honest.
care what anybody else says. You guys.
I wouldn't really say they were mocking God. I'd say they were mocking you and sort of what they would be like, what is her interpretation of God? So when he's asking, when Mac G's asking what he's asking, which I will not repeat those blasphemous words there. When he's asking what he's asking, I feel like he's just ridiculing her decision, like, oh, Really? So God spoke to you. What did he sound like? What did he look like? If he spoke to you, you must have heard something. Kind of that kind of thing, you know. I think he's more ridiculing her interpretation of God, if that makes sense. You feel me? Yeah. Otherwise, it wouldn't be funny. You feel me? But yeah, man. Again, she has her own reasons for leaving, bro. Hey, damn, it's weird though to just laugh out the room like that, bro. On your social media platform, though. It's a bit weird still.
No, I'm not joking. Everything is like, I'm not crazy. Like, I'm speaking from things I know, so it's okay, dude. Like, do your thing, push the numbers up. I don't care if my name is in people's mouths.
Yeah,
It's always good for me.
Now going back to that podcast and chill episode, it looks like Ghost Lady was right. She suggested that Munaka might have been avoiding the real reason and that the drama may have played a bigger role than she let on.
What has happened, what they've trended for, I feel like it's partially for that.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm not going to, yes, just to not get into the whole, like the a lot of talks, she could just to save the show and say, oh no, it's not about what has happened. It is about what has happened.
Yeah.
And she can just face, like, and be honest about it.
By the way, guys, if you're enjoying the
I think the exact same thing. It is about what happened, bro, because that's a very embarrassing place to be. They embarrassed her. That's just what it is. She was embarrassed in that moment. Like that video, I even made a reaction to that video. It's on my channel. You know, I think it's called Accountability on Demand. Something like that. You see on my channel, bro, I made a video on that. And bro, she had like her hand on her head, on her ears and all that. She was like, bro, she was under duress. So alright, dog, that definitely a part to play, bro. She just looked at it and said, you know what, man, being in the limelight in that way is just not for me, bro. I just gotta get out of here, dog. Which again is a good decision if you're thinking about it from a PR point of view. Like and sub. It's free.
video so far, please hit that like button. It really helps out the channel. Anyways, she recently appeared on the YFM podcast, and for the first time, she opened up about the situation in more detail. She explained that yes, she did pray and fast about it, but she also admitted that the drama, especially the Heineken incident, played a role in pushing her to seek clarity from God. And when Reason unexpectedly showed up at the studio, she took that as confirmation, a sign from God that she had made the right decision.
But dude, I literally fasted. That was not a joke. Like, I prayed about it like a month before to say, I don't know if I should be a part of this thing anymore. And the thing is also, I just feel like the show just really deserves someone who's actually like really into it, dude. You know what I'm saying? Because I love piano, but did you know how much work it is to know piano?
It's a lot. You got to know the artists, the music, the labels. And even when you took the decision to fast about it, in all honesty, do you feel like the drama that was happening on the podcast made you question if you still want to continue with it? Because I know when you announced that you were leaving, people were like, oh no, it's...
Who's this cherry now? I've never seen this one. But hey man, you know what they say about septums, bro? Those always appear after the number 30 has been crossed. You know, 30 bodies on the register, dog. But yeah, listen, on a serious note though, on a serious note, fasting is no joke, dog. If she fasted and then she came to this conclusion, I hear it. I hear it when she says, yo, like she felt like God spoke to her about this type of thing. Because when you fast, it's a different kind of spiritual level. Fasting, you gotta understand that fasting is a very powerful thing, bruh. And people can ridicule it or whatever and all that, nah. Most people that ridicule it, I won't lie, they can't do 5 seconds on the treadmill. But either or, dog. When you fast, dog, something happens with your spirit, bruh. It happens, like it's proven, like biblically, that this thing actually affects your soul a different type of way, your relationship with God a different type of way. So I hear it. If she's telling people like, yo, I fasted before I made this decision, then she probably made the right decision, if I'm being completely honest. You feel me? Like, yo, piano balls, first of all, piano. Now to study piano and all that, as a South African, I'll be real. It's not worth the study, bro. Just throw us the December music and leave us alone. Like, I'm not trying to hear anything from those artists. Most of them, I don't want to hear your voice. I don't want to hear your thoughts. I don't want to know who you are. Just give me the music and never talk again. Just give me the music for December. You know, unless you're Calvin and unless you're, you know, Kabza and Aboma Puris and them. Otherwise, Chief, just sit down, Chief.
It's not that, it's because of this and that. But did the drama influence you wanting to fast about staying on the podcast?
So part one of drama, which was the Heineken situation, happened before. And that for me was a bit of a sour thing. Just because I was like, dude, like what's going on? You know what I'm saying? Because also something that people don't know. It's not like I woke up and decided I wanted to leave. Like literally like 2 months in, I was like, is this really for me?
Yeah.
Like I could feel it from the start. Like people who know me know, like I was always just a bit shaky about it. But I think after the Reason situation, that actually was what I low-key prayed for. Like, not to say I prayed for that to happen, but dude, when I
Like,
fasted
giving you
and
a
drama
solid
happened, I was like,
reason.
oh.
Yeah, solid reason.
It's like,
for you
I
to
need a
leave.
solid reason. And God showed me, he was like, dude, like, it was lit. It was lit.
Yeah, you got the
It was
views,
lit.
the
The views
numbers.
up. It was fantastic.
Yeah.
But I think that's just all I needed to see. I was like, no, God is telling me, my sister,
So she did not mean that God literally spoke to her. She just took the drama with reason as a sign to leave. For some fans, it brought clarity to something they had been wondering about for months, especially after an earlier podcast and chill clip where Mac G said she probably wouldn't last on the show because of how brand friendly she is.
Do you think Monaka's gonna last on that show? Honestly speaking.
Why?
Why would you ask that, Chief? You're her employer. I mean, bro, you decide. If I'm being real, you decide, bro. Yeah, and another thing, like, yo, when she puts it like that, nah, if you're always looking for a reason to leave something, at first convenience you will leave. So then now when she, like, bro, like, it almost rubbishes everything I said before, like, you know, validating her fasting experience. It doesn't completely, because I still believe in what I said, nah. But bro, she was always looking for a reason to leave, bro. Like, almost anything could have really just pushed over the edge. What happened was a big thing, you know, the whole country knows about it, but almost anything could have pushed it, it feels like.
There will come a point whereby, because she's very pro industry, the brands, etc. And so there will come a point whereby
she's in the wrong place.
whereby a brand will say, we will work with you, however, we don't want the association of the podcast.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I don't see Monaka lasting there, bro.
Yeah,
because there's gonna be a point where you have to like choose where you wanna go. You know? And whatever decision she makes, we'll be for it. You know what I mean?
She was asked about that too on the YFM podcast, and even though she admitted it didn't feel great to hear, she also said she's spoken to Mac G since then, and there is no beef between them.
And what did you think about what Mac G said about the fact that she wouldn't last on the podcast?
I wasn't surprised that he said that.
Which is weird because it's on his network, so didn't he want you guys to be a part of the podcast?
Yeah. Hey man, dude, to be honest, now with that whole situation, like there's some, like with all the podcasts, everybody had something to say, but dude, to be honest, you know me, dude, I'm very present, but I'm also not.
Yeah.
So I don't really care what anyone has to say. I did see that clip, but I was just like, hey man, dude, if that's what he thinks, like, it's fine. It was just a bit disheartening, and we spoke about it. Like, he called me and he's like, dude, are you okay about what I said? And I was like, hell no.
I'm not.
But we calmed it down, and he was like, look, dude, I hope we're good. I hope you don't leave. Then I left like a month later.
Literally, that's how I'm like, how do you feel about what he said? Because you actually didn't last.
In fact, on the episode where they reacted to her leaving, Mac G has said he was genuinely sad to see her go. He felt she was a great fit and didn't expect her to leave when she did. So despite him thinking she wasn't going to last, it looks like he was just looking at it from the perspective of her having to choose between Piano Pulse and chasing the bag.
I was really, really sad, man, because like Piano Pulse is like my
Your fighter.
Not fighter, but like it's a concept that I thought about, and to see it come to life has been so amazing. And she was a great part of it. You know what I mean? And I feel like the chemistry they had, the three people, was amazing. Because they're not just friends on the show; they're also friends like outside of the show.
Yeah, that's
so for me, it was.
She's actually friends with Tahi and that Mataima. Yeah. Okay. We listen, we don't judge now, but damn, man. Hey. Mac is G. At least he kept it real. At least he kept it P up until the end. He said what he thought, bro, at least.
It was painful to see that happen because I think she did really well in that show.
Amazing.
I'll be honest, I also took it literally at first and didn't fully understand exactly what she meant by saying God told her. But now it's clearer that she wasn't saying God literally spoke to her. She just used that moment as a sign to confirm that she doesn't belong there. But what do you think? Did this new interview help clear things up for you? Or do you still have questions about how everything played out?
Hey, man, her reasons are her reasons. I'm gonna be honest. You know, we just gotta respect it as people, bro. It's just respect, bro. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and yeah, man, I'm gonna have another video for y'all that made it to the end. You're gonna see this message. I'm gonna have another video for y'all probably the following day after I post this as well. Yeah, I should. It's gonna be a bit chopped up. Either I'm gonna post that before or after this video. It's gonna be a bit chopped up, nah, because I took it from my stream. So yeah, I streamed on Twitch, made the video. I'm gonna chop it up. You can go follow my Twitch, link in my bio. Like, just click the channel thing and you're gonna see all my links there, bro. Go there, and then yeah, it should also show you, like, you know, just in the description, but check the bio, man. Shout out, I love y'all. Like, comment, share, subscribe, do the most, bro.